This episode of the Violent Professional Podcast has been brought to you by Ping Pong Tactical. Ping Pong Tactical is a tactical hard-use gear company out of the Pacific Northwest. They have a plethora of holsters and accessories as unique as you are, built to your exact specifications. You want a holster with a dragon on it? Maybe you want a holster with two dragons intertwined looking back at you. Well, if you want that, they got you, son. You want a place to put your screaming keys so they're easier to locate when they scream at you? They got you as well. You got a weed rolling tray, man? No? Well, it'd be a lot cooler if you did, man. Just ask Logan over at Ping Pong Tactical, and he will hook you up with any Kydex your little black heart desires. So go check them out at pingpongtactical.com and use code VIOPRO at checkout for 10% off your entire order, man.
This is the Violent Professional Podcast brought to you by AriesClothing.com.
We're going places to fist people.
We're going to play.
All right, guys, we're live.
We're fucking live.
Are we live?
Three microphones. Two of them are different. One of them is different than the other ones.
Well, you could say two of them are different. That works.
Two are different than the one, or one is not different. That's what it is.
It is what it is.
God damn it! Turn your shit off.
That
Fucking, you do not need to hear anything while you're recording.
Jesus.
Turn your shit off. Actually, give me my phone. It might be. I'm like more plugged into this shit than you guys are. So yeah, it's like
we hear it all the time on Call of Duty, dude.
I'm just I'm just turning my shit off completely. It doesn't fucking matter. Ugh.
Nothing matters anymore.
Yeah,
That's very depressing.
yeah, that's fucking depressing. I don't like this setup at all. There's too much stuff on the table.
That's kind of my fault. I invited myself.
No, it's fine. You guys are like really close. I should have switched. There's a fucking fly in here. I should have switched the table.
Oh, like
That's okay.
lengthways.
Yeah.
Well, you got more room to walk around.
We've got a good
I don't need to walk
relationship,
around.
dude. I brought him some balls. We got a good
Yeah.
relationship going on.
He's got the.
This is fucking gross, Mark. I'm sorry.
What are you going to use your ball sack for?
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this.
I'm going to drink soup out of
In
mine.
here.
You're gonna drink soup out of yours?
Yeah.
Like, why would anybody fucking do this? Like, why would you do this?
Why not?
My question was, what the fuck is the purpose of it? Like, there's a little strap attached to
Right.
it. Like,
It could be.
It's a container from ancient times.
You can hide herbs.
So instead of
or like coins.
so you can just teabag yourself and you go, my dog goes crazy over these balls.
It's because it smells the essence of what used to be
Yeah.
a fucking animal.
It's got Indian spirit tongue on there and shit. Yeah, my dog thinks it's an animal.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
She wants to bite it or fuck it. I don't know.
She wants it seed.
It's weird. It's weird. I appreciate the gift, Mark.
Yes, thank you,
Get me
Mark,
wrong.
for thinking of balls. Here's for my two friends' testicles.
Oh god.
I wish it had the dangler on there too, and that was hard too. Like you have to hold it by. It's like a soup ladle. It's a soup ladle. You get fucking pour soup in there.
Mark, give us a history lesson on what the
Yeah,
fuck.
how did
these,
you-
why? What the fuck?
How'd you find these and where?
Well, I was on my vacation in South Dakota.
Okay.
And I was going to stop by Trading Post because I wanted to get a souvenir for myself. Every time I go over there, I get something for myself. The last time I was over there, I got the steer horns that are up in my house. Like 6.5 foot long steer horns, right? So this time I was like, man, I should get the guys something. So I was walking around in there. And I remember I had previously told Mike, I'm like, man, I'm going to get you a buffalo nutsack. Just kind of joking about it. We're walking through there, and I'm like, there they are. There's buffalo nutsacks. And I had to, like, grab each one as I'm going down the line. Like, this one will be good for Mike, so I pull that one. Next one, no, that's not good enough. Next one, yep, that's David's.
See how he felt the whole fucking lineup of
Dude,
nuts?
look, like, this one's kind of bald. So,
Oh, hoyo.
so bought these. They were decently priced. You know, they weren't overpriced. I don't know how much buffalo
What's the going rate for nuts now?
It depends on the animal, David.
The market value for nuts?
I'm sure, like,
How much of
hog
a struggle
nuts-
it is to get them is the value of it.
That, yeah,
The cougar
has to
ball
be,
sack
right?
is going to be really valuable.
How much of a fight
bear
did the
nuts.
animal put up?
Yeah.
I would assume this is very similar to castrating a bull. Like, after it's done with procreating, Then they just castrate a bull by...
Like right after it's done procreating, it's like, oh! And I was like, no! It's just standing there letting people wrap twine around its nuts.
Yeah, they just wrap it, right? I mean, I don't know how it's done, but I'm pretty sure that they just wrap it.
Yeah, they wrap it in twine and rope or some shit.
Yeah. Do they just wait for it to fall off, or they cut it?
I think it falls off.
Jeez, that just sounds terrible.
You go in this field of buffalo where the buffalo roam, you know, and you see all these little furry things. Like, what fucking is that? A hedgehog?
Nope, like that's a nutsack.
It's a fucking furry armadillo.
Well, think about it. It's after the nutsack is off, then they gotta like tan it and dry it out, and
tan that hard, boy.
They gotta make it hard,
yeah,
so to speak. And then they
just rub it a little bit, and it gets real hard.
Shape it right. They're just putting their fist in there and just turning it like this to shape it the right way.
Yeah, I don't know how they get their hand out though. That's very like, what is this? What is this?
So look,
what is this?
It was soft. It was soft.
The
at
fucking
one time.
Microphone cover. That's what I'll do. That's all I have it.
Dude, it
goes over the microphone.
It's a hat for one of those tiny monkeys.
But the straps also, it's very confusing. Maybe they like.
Was this from the
maybe
Plains
it's
Indians?
a backpack. I don't know.
It's to carry water back to the tribe.
I'm gonna hang it.
What is it?
I'm gonna hang it outside of my house and put some bird seed inside of it.
Technology's advanced.
It could
Mark.
be a
We don't
bird
need
nest.
This technology.
Yeah, it's a bird
Dude,
nest.
it's a furry bird nest that you can carry around.
Does it stink though? Like, you
Smell
smelled
it.
Put your nose inside of there.
Put your nose on that sack, David. Sniff it up.
Hey, no. It's got more hair than I do, though.
You gonna shampoo it up? Shampoo your sack
I
up
was
a little bit?
like, when I saw this, Mark gave it to me yesterday. I was like, imagine if our balls were this furry.
Jesus
Like, you can't even see the pelt or whatever the fuck it is. The skin.
You can on David's.
It's got the nice line down the center of the ball sack. It's real furry, dude.
gross.
David's was like a young bull, and Mike's was the head honcho of the fucking...
He had the balls.
By the fur of your testicle sack, I
honcho.
am the king. Who wants to talk about their week? You had some cool shit happen.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Skydiving.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, I only went skydiving.
Mike,
No big deal.
I don't think people know this about you, but you're a very highly accomplished skydiver. Like,
I guess not really.
Yeah, you have a lot of like knowledge and
Well, it's a life or death kind of sport.
I don't know
so
if you guys know this, but David, you have a lot of knowledge about insurance.
it's all right, dude. We all have our vices.
No. So I jumped out of an airplane, which was a good idea.
Yeah, life changing.
Life changing, yeah. It was
Tell you right now,
Now I'm adjusting this audio. Don't start screaming into the mic. Speak at the same level.
I
all
got
right?
to watch the video, and I was impressed.
Were you?
You didn't even flinch going out of that plane, but your cheeks flinched when you were going down. It was pretty cool, dude. It was a good feel, right?
My forehead skin
was flat.
my forehead skin.
It was like
Yeah, I mean that happens. You should see my my moth tattoo. I think it's funny because when I'm jumping and I'm just wearing a t-shirt,
flying.
it's flapping like it's fucking flying in the breeze. I'm like, damn, I'm that old. I have that much extra skin, and it's like a fucking
Getting old,
fat
bro.
person that got a fucking gastric bypass fucking surgery, and their skin's all hanging off.
When I jumped at Kapowson, it was a little different because I had a beard on, right? So if I didn't have my beard, I probably would have been doing the same thing.
Everybody does it.
I just happened to have a beard at the time, so
I like how we partied with everybody at the end.
Yeah, that's the cool part.
Yeah.
A little bit too much partying, I think.
Oh, too much.
Well, I mean, we weren't excessively wasted, but it's just like I was drinking the whole week before to deal with some of my day-to-day duties because I work like super late, as you know. Like last night, I was telling you I was working till like fucking 2 a.m. And then like I just throughout the week I have to stop myself and be like, God damn it, I gotta fucking work late again. Like, you know, because some weeks I have like very little work, and then some weeks I have like a massive amount of work. Like this week is a pain in the ass. So I was last week and this week too. So these 2 weeks, but they're like, I'm just like, I go get a fucking 6-pack or whatever, sometimes a 6-pack plus road beer for the way back before I start drinking, and then I fucking like all week I was drinking, went to that thing, and then I'm like, oh great, like when we were getting beer I was like, God damn it, I'm just so drained. I'm like, but I do, like I know it's gonna like if I'm out there I'm gonna want to drink, and it's just like fuck dude, I feel like just fucking shit. That's when I was like, I don't want any IPAs, David. I don't care if you guys make fun of me. I just want a Coors Light.
I remember that,
that I was so exhausted from like we were jumping and then I had a massive adrenaline dump because you don't really notice if you jump a lot.
Yeah.
But sometimes after like that's what it is. You get real tired and then you're like, oh, my adrenaline must have dumped, even though it's not like the same adrenaline as you get.
Yeah. I got nauseous.
Yeah, dude.
So I told him, I was like, when I jumped, I was fine, landed fine, everything was good. And then when we were driving back, I was like, Mike, we got to stop at the gas station. Because I needed some sugar or something to just get me right. And that's all it took.
Yeah, because it's nothing. It's like nothing you've ever experienced in your life. You've never jumped out. You've flown on a plane, I'm sure, but you've never jumped out of one and like looking straight down.
Mm-hmm. That dissension is fucking insane.
Yeah,
like it's done.
Then if you do it a couple hundred times, it's a completely different thing altogether.
Yeah.
Then you're working on doing ballet and shit in the air, like spinning around all flooby looby.
So like
floop-de-doos.
Yeah, so you were drinking a cope. Really to get through.
What does that mean?
Well, because you were
drinking to cope.
Drinking to cope. You weren't drinking to party. You were drinking to like get through.
I think it's called what is it? Relapse or addiction. I think that's what it is.
Alcoholism.
Alcohol dependence. That's what it was. And I'm like, God damn it, I don't want to do this.
You didn't even want to go get beer. You were like, oh, yeah.
My mind's telling me no.
But your body's telling me.
My body's telling me you'll die if you don't drink this. Like, it's kind of what happened.
That was fun. Got it. David.
Yeah.
It's a bang cover.
Yeah, dude. Put it on your bang,
keeps the
bro.
crispy boys clean.
It's like a koozie, but opposite.
It's fucking God. I don't even want to touch this fucking thing, dude.
I was hoping you
have
still
to take it. It's a gift.
I know.
You're goddamn right. You gotta take it.
It's hilarious because you have to take it, and it's like arguably, it's like if I gave you a dildo, like it's a gift, Mark. You have to take it and enjoy it.
I'm sure. I mean, I hope that's not going in your body.
No, but
a buffalo dildo.
There's love and care behind it, but it's just fucking detestable.
It's a testicle.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Jackson had that yesterday, and he was chasing his mom around
with this.
Yeah, and he was trying to touch her with it. Like,
was she running away from?
Oh, she was screaming.
Women hate that shit.
Yeah. You could hear her outside, like, "Get those testicles away from me."
That's funny. Yeah, I was gonna give that to Jordan and have him run around and chase you know who with it.
No.
Would you be mad if I did that?
Yes, because you probably wouldn't get them back. And I want you to have those testicles.
All right, I'll keep the testicles.
You need to cherish those testicles.
You just need to build a podcast studio and then you can put it in there.
Trophy room.
Yeah. As I told Mike, that could be a family heirloom.
No.
Yeah, what was I saying to him? I was like, one day this will all be yours. But none of the rest of the shit. That's going with me. Like I'm an Egyptian king. I can't have any of this. You can have this ball sack. Because I don't want it to begin with.
We're going to take the shelves off, put them in Mike's grave, trebuchet next to him, throw some eggs in there.
Just board this room up and fucking take it, push me off of Niagara Falls or some shit like a barrel and just fucking watch my body explode and fucking splinters.
And everything
bullshit.
will be in the river down below.
Yeah.
It still says peen on the dry erasable board.
Yeah.
It's not going away, David.
Yeah. Okay. I try to use that board for stuff, but like we should use it for our little commercial we're going to film later, little promo, but I don't know. I don't even have any dry erase markers or something to take off all that shit. I think I use permanent marker.
Okay. I got like a whole bunch at the office if you want some.
Invest in the podcast, David. That's what we were just talking about.
I'll get you some dry erase.
Whose fucking phone is that?
Not mine. I'm on silent, bro.
Mark.
Nope. Mine's in my pocket on silent.
Okay.
It's you.
I shut it off.
Evidently not.
Maybe I have another phone.
I was going to say, I don't hear a phone. But
I heard
I heard a beep, yeah.
Have you ever seen anybody jump with an item? Like, is that even, like, allowed? To,
with
like,
what?
Jump, like you see those dudes in videos that jump with, like, a raft? They're all sitting in the raft.
There's a chick that did, like, a 100th jump at Kapowsin. She jumped with a banana, like an inflatable banana.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. And people jump and hold onto it and shit, but it's like immediately flies away.
I was going to say, what happens to it? Like, where does it
float
go?
somewhere?
It goes in someone's backyard.
Lands in somebody's backyard.
On the freeway.
I don't think it's...
Takes out a family of 4.
Yeah. I mean, I've jumped with a dude who his phone flew out of his pocket. And that fucking hit some old lady's house.
Yeah.
That could kill somebody. Like,
absolutely.
Nobody talks about that kind of issue in their life. It's like getting killed by a cell phone from on high.
From on high.
Wonder what, like...
I don't know. Does everything happen for a reason? Like if you get hit by a fucking cell phone from fucking 3 miles away in the sky?
Happened. Yeah, that's God telling you need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are the odds of that?
It's like swipe left on your life. Fucking takes out an 80-year-old. Death, coronavirus.
The guy's looking at his flip phone. He's like, "Oh, I'm glad I didn't get one of those fancy smartphones." And a fucking iPhone just takes him out.
Yeah.
Cleans them out.
Technology. Yeah. I wonder how much damage that would cause to a human being by getting fucking hit by a fucking cell phone.
Well, I mean,
Cave your fucking head in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's the terminal velocity on that cell phone, though? You know,
It's probably going 120 miles per hour.
man.
What's it, like a pound or something?
No, I don't think. I don't
6
think a phone
ounces
weighs
or
a
something
pound.
like that.
No.
Fucking. Okay, yeah, your jump.
Oh, yeah.
How'd
Yeah, we were talking about your jump.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Which part like freaked you out the most, if any?
Well, no, I was cool all through it, except for.
That's bold.
Hold on. No. No, I'm being serious.
It
I'm
was
not trying to be.
actually.
No. The
just
moment
messing
he goes like this, he goes, "All right, you ready?" And I was like, "Fuck. All right, let's do it." And then door opens. And he's okay. We're gonna put the minute I put my first foot out, and I'm looking. I'm like, holy fuck!
It's a weird thing too because like I know that it's scary.
Yeah.
I know that it's scary. Like I've jumped my first time, and I was like, holy fuck! But I was like, literally when I saw my buddy go out because I did it with a friend when we did our first jump course. Like, oh, this is the episode,
Garbage.
huh? Yeah, garbage man.
This is the one. We've done this before.
Yeah.
Damn, that's coming in clear.
Yeah, it's that microphone. That's
is
why. We're gonna just basically
Pause.
slice up this whole fucking episode.
Everybody just stand still.
That's what we should have done on the last one. Where I was like, "Oh, cut this out." God damn it!
All right.
This is what happens when you don't podcast for a while. It's like everything goes fucking wrong. What was I talking about?
The first time you jumped.
Yeah.
And some.
Oh yeah, so like I saw like yeah. So I know how it is. I did my first jump was with one of my friends, and like you go out, and it's like I literally was like, holy shit! Like that's what I was like, holy fuck! And like I'm going out to do it myself, and I was like second in line.
Yeah. No
and it's like one of the craziest shit. But then like, so I know what that experience is like. You know, it's one of my most memorable moments of the whole day. Of all jumps, right? You have a few identifiers, like identifiable moments, just like life. But so I know what it's like for a tandem person to go up that's never gone, but I don't know what it's like to depend on somebody else. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at, like, even with that fear, it's funny because you'll have, like, little old ladies and moms and shit and, like, small people or whatever that you're just, like...
Small people.
I'm just saying, like, children and
What are we
shit.
talking about here?
Slow
You ever
people.
seen a midget skydiver?
Yeah, no, that'd be dope. I don't think they'd fit in the fucking harness.
No.
It's like they'd have to get one of those dog harnesses.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, like... Then it's funny because it's like you can tell like people are super nervous about doing it, and it's like you can't fucking back out, dude. That mom just went and she was fine. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a handicap kid that went before me. He's like, you better
Handy capable, dude.
handy capable. I'm
You're
sorry.
gonna get shut down. You're just full of it today, huh?
United League of Handicapped People are gonna write a letter.
Is there a league?
There's a league. There's an association.
Yeah, we were myself, David, and like Derek were like this handicap person came and they were doing it, but he was like on the spectrum, like far, and it's like one of those I can't control what I'm doing type of things. We're like, holy shit, like what happens if he goes on the thing? But I guess he did fine. Like I think I heard he tried to stop him at one point, like while he was up there, but they got him out. Like just wouldn't move and stuff. You know how you have to scoot back
on the plane at approaching the jump. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. So, but then they just force him out. They just pull him because they're strapped to him.
We're up here, buddy.
But it looked like he had a good time. I mean, from what I could
he's
tell.
all internally traumatized.
Yeah.
And he doesn't say anything.
And then his mom went the next day.
Yeah.
Was that the same day? When did you go?
It was the next day, yeah. I went on Saturday. He jumped on Friday, yeah.
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 But yeah, it's one of those things. He's like, he had it bad, so it was like just questionable, like what's going to happen? How are they, like if he freaks out in the air?
Yeah. Well, he had to have, you know, the cognitive understanding of what was going on, you know?
Who was his TI, do you know? Like, that jumped with him?
I think the same.
Was it the same guy that did me? Steve?
Yeah,
Okay.
same dude, I think.
Okay. Yeah, he was a cool guy. I trusted Steve with my... You have to, like, make that decision.
Well, anybody that goes to be a tandem instructor, I wouldn't say anybody because somebody's going to be fucking commenting and be like, I know this, you know, you hear plenty of people that are just shitbags that are fucking getting it over. But if they get their TI or tandem instructor, like they've been jumping for a while at least. So, you know, even if it's their first one that they've done with somebody. So we did that at, I went to Skydive, California. We took Mindy and she went skydive. She did a tandem.
Yeah.
And, it was his first one that he did with anybody outside of his training. And he didn't say that. I knew it, but I didn't say it to her. And then at the end, he's like, thanks, it was my first one. And she's like, what? Yeah.
There's a first one for everyone.
Yeah, but he did fine. Because like when you're doing that, I haven't looked at the training for it, but I kind of know from seeing it, is like you're with experienced people that are teaching you every step of the way how to do it. So you get like 10 or 15 jumps of tandem before you're actually doing your first one with somebody, you know, and then they evaluate you throughout your little tandem course stuff.
So when you, I noticed your plane was a lot smaller than the one that I was in.
Oh, really?
So
yeah, we had a
totally different. Yeah,
caravan, which is like, it's like you could put 20 people in the back.
Yeah, ours was huge. So like
ours
when you
sucked.
when you open the side, there's a clear path out. You had to like step
break
out.
your ankles.
Bro,
and shit,
the Cessna, the internal of the Cessnas.
Yes. Yeah.
If we had been on that fucking plane with you, you know, because we were gonna jump at the same plane, I was like, we would have. It would have been fucking. Did you hear any stalling?
Oh, you know what? At the top, yeah, right at the approach, it started doing that. Yeah,
yeah. The air is less thick, so it's like
it's struggling.
Yeah. So like we had Shirtless McConaughey, myself and Derek on it.
Yeah.
And dude, when we were moving around, I was like, like, and like,
you know what's funny is when it started doing that with mine, like the pilot, he's just laughing in the front, like just laughing. I'm like, oh, no big deal, you know.
Yeah.
The plane's about to stall and fall out of the
you weren't gonna stall.
It was like a lawnmower engine, bro.
Yeah, the Cessnas are fucking weak, dude. I don't like jumping out of them just because, like I told you, we would have had like fucking 20 jumps or whatever the fuck it was by the time, like, because it just takes forever, especially when there's so many people in that thing, as many as they can fit.
4.
We had who do we have? We had maybe 5. We had a tandem. We had a tandem instructor, a tandem going up, then Shirtless McConaughey, myself, and Derek just crammed in there.
Yeah, 5
and
guys.
And it's like he's just took off. And it's like, God damn, dude, we're going to fucking die, man. And the whole way up, it's like,
that's how you know you've reached altitude, by the way. It stops to still tell you.
When you jumped on the video, you like immediately put your hands out and then you pulled in, right?
Yeah.
Because you remember did he tell you like you gotta hold your
I forgot all of the instructions.
Yeah, his feet, he went like a cat.
He's like,
I was trying to hold on to the world. Give me your globe.
But then, like I was saying, it's like it changes as soon as you get past with the initial fall. Yeah, it's like a weird.
Once you hit terminal velocity, then you just balance.
But I like your advice because I told you, I was like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to remember any of these fucking instructions, and you were like, it fucking doesn't matter anyway. You're gonna be fine.
They're gonna force you to do what they want.
Make you do it. Yeah. It was great. Like I was sick for like 15, 20, 30 minutes after.
Yeah, I almost puked on the way to.
Yeah.
On the way back? Was it on the way back or no? You're getting a little car sick or something.
Hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the initial was that adrenaline dump for sure. If you hadn't,
I didn't know the body does that. Like nausea. You know what I mean? I know what an adrenaline drop. I just figured.
Have you ever drank too much caffeine?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you drink, like, it's kind of a similar thing. If you drink too much caffeine, you just feel like shit and sick. Because amping up like everything, your adrenal glands even, right? Like, and so it's kind of the same thing. You're just getting this flush of adrenaline because it's almost like you're killing yourself. It's like because essentially you're jumping and then saving yourself. Yeah. So there's a huge thing.
Your body thought you were gonna die, and you were prepared for death.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like piss and shit, everything. Oh!
Everything's coming.
Endorphins go. Yeah, so it's like it's the fucking craziest thing, and there's no way to like even me explaining it to you is probably like not even exactly the same as. You can't explain what it is.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the human body is amazing. But
maybe yours.
I want to do
is.
it again, though.
Mine is a horror scene. My body is disgusting.
And then what happened?
Then what happened? We got breakfast. We drove home, and here we are podcasting about it. We were going to talk about. Do you want to do shirtless McConaughey?
Oh,
right now?
shirtless McConaughey. Yeah, he was on my flight too. He did a pop and hop, which
Hot ass.
hop and pop.
Yeah.
There's a hop and pop, pop and hop,
Yeah.
pop and pop.
Maybe we should save that for. We can get Derek on and do a
Shirtless McConaughey
yeah,
one.
and then I'll do this whole setup and be like, motherfucker, it doesn't work. But we could talk about Spotify. We could talk about fucking some stuff that you've sent that we've all sent.
Did you hear about the conservatives and the confrontational episodes of Joe Rogan podcast that got wiped from the Spotify playlist?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, what's this and how long ago did it happen?
It's on there, right? It's
Joe
right
Rogan
now.
just released on Spotify like
2 episodes ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Go ahead.
There's a
Mark.
list of guests that he had that are too controversial for Spotify. So Spotify took those out of the whole library.
Like they took
So
Alex.
they pre-recorded a bunch of
Alex
shit.
Jones
Okay.
is gone.
Yeah. Who else?
Some of Joey Diaz, some of Chris D'Elia. There was some other Jordan Peterson's daughter, right?
Yeah, not Jordan Peterson. but his
Michaela
daughter.
Peterson?
Yeah.
She's what the fuck?
There was some other ones on there too. It's just they wiped them. You go look for the episode and it skips.
Oh, okay.
It's-
These are prior recorded
Yes,
episodes, so they
correct.
won't allow that. Oh, fuck Spotify, you fucking pussies. You fucking. Oh my god.
It's probably gonna
Oh, there
cancel
goes
it.
our
Yeah,
chance against Spotify.
No, I got
Damn.
Spotify. We're on Spotify. That's how I listen.
Like-
Spotify's awesome.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. I'll
Stop
tell you
being
this.
afraid. Like, stop being afraid. You gotta fucking. Oh my god.
Like what happens when you do that? Another fucking platform comes out and be like, we'll put all of it, and then
Yeah,
eventually
right.
they grow, and then
Right.
eventually they turn into the same
They
fucking
look
thing.
like, yeah.
And like this is the crazy part. It's not going to stop people from listening to Spotify.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
by having those controversial things on there. How much fucking gangster rap do they put on that shit where they're talking about bitches and hoes and fucking popping champagne?
or shooting people. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Killing people.
What's that one really horrible song where that dude rapes his mom or something like that?
Oh, fucking Daniel.
You can.
What?
The song's called fucking Daniel.
No. It's
That
Daniel.
new
showed me
shit
that,
by
yeah.
fucking Daniel.
Yeah.
No, it's,
Immortal Technique, right?
yeah, I don't know, but I remember
That's
like
what the
I
kids are
looked it up
listening to.
on Spotify and I was able to see it. But like they have somebody who talks about conspiracy theories. It's like, well, we can't poison their mind.
That's crazy.
You can't poison their mind with somebody
So here's the
talking
thing
about
we were
stuff.
talking about.
You
though,
know
like-
you're affecting culture though when they pull your shit
Well,
down.
so Joe Rogan told his listeners everything will be available. The whole library will be available, and it's not. So he either A, didn't know, or B, didn't want people to know.
Or
Yes.
he didn't read the fine print in his new fucking contract.
But you think he would? You think he'd have lawyers combing that shit?
Exactly.
And maybe that's
That's
not
a big deal.
Maybe that's not in there. Maybe that's not part of the fucking contract
Maybe
at
they
all.
just
Maybe they
did
just
it
did it with
Thinking he wouldn't notice.
Too late now.
Oh, people won't go back this far. You
But
know?
then
So-
what happens? Because he has this fucking huge contract with this huge paycheck, and like, I mean, none of us know shit about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
We're not in that fucking friend circle. But like, what happens? Does he like if he wants to back out of it? Does he have to pay it back? Or what's gonna fucking happen over next? He's got to say something about it.
I
'cause
don't think
that's-
he would back out of that over a few
censorship,
episodes. That's
Of course not. He's got Miley Cyrus on there now.
Yeah. Crazy.
The fuck's
Yeah.
up?
I tried listening
Yeah.
to it, and it's so cringy.
What is it? What about it?
She's just a fucking dumb shit.
Yeah.
She's
I
a-
listened to it,
she-
by the way. Yeah.
Did you
I
listen
just
to the
think
whole
she's.
thing?
I couldn't listen to the whole thing. I think she's just a dumb shit person, like a celebrity. She's just a celebrity
For
that's
being a celebrity.
Yeah. What did you take from it? That was.
She has a narcissistic personality disorder.
I saw the one clip where she like when I was like I listened to a little bit last night, and then I was like, I can't fucking listen to her. She sounds like a man first off, and like a smoker, and like her inputs. It's like, motherfucker, you were rich from the time you were born. Shut the fuck up about any of this stuff happening. Like fucking cunt.
She's not interesting. I mean, it was interesting that he got her on there, but it wasn't. She's not an interesting.
You know what drives me crazy is when people say she's hot. Oh, you would? I'm like, I would not. She looks like walking AIDS. She looks as if she's a human version of crack cocaine.
Yeah.
Like not the good crack, the bad crack, the one you get on like fucking side alley
that
that
crack.
you got to suck somebody's dick for.
The cheap crack.
Like the human version. She's disgusting. I bet she's got fucking like 12-inch meat curtains that like when she goes in the pool and shit comes out,
Sleeve of wizard.
they stick to her legs. She's fucking dirty as fuck, bro. Huge ass clit. It's like fucking 4 inches long. Looks like a snake head.
She goes
Fucking
skydiving and
gross, dude. Yeah.
Looks like David.
I mean, you can kind of tell when a chick, like, without even fucking banging them, you're like, that chick's probably got a loose pussy, and not because she like fucks a lot. I mean, Miley Cyrus probably fucks a lot. I don't know, but you could just look at a chick's face and be like, you've got a sloppy pussy. Like it looks like meatloaf with, or not meatloaf.
Mike's take on
like
Miley
meatloaf
Cyrus, everybody.
No, she's gross, dude. Did I just cancel this episode?
No,
No.
we're good.
Hell no.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, fucking, they throw out like Joe Rogan's episodes are like they're not really controversial though.
Mm-mm.
But like, if they actually went and listened to these episodes, be like, fuck, we gotta get rid of all of that shit.
I wonder what they decide on. Like, what is it that gets Michaela Peterson pulled?
I didn't listen to that whole episode.
I've
so I
heard
don't
them all.
fucking know.
She's been on there twice, and there's nothing. She just talks about her fucking meat diet, and that's about it. I mean, it's like, yeah, like,
They took like Milo Yiannopoulos. They took
yeah.
him out of there.
He's gone now. You can't even find anything on him.
Something's got to change. They can't honestly think like, because he made them so much money, you can't
right.
think that they're not going to put him back on. He's got to fight that shit because he probably, I would say, has heard that it's fucking happened already.
Yeah.
I would think that their lawyers, I would just have to think that his lawyers are going after him right now. Changing a contract or whatever.
Now, people got to stop being pussies because they're just, Spotify is only reacting what they think the market,
Which is so weird
yeah, they
because
should just
Spotify
cram
is
it
like
down
one
everyone's
of the
throat.
last places you can go to. Like seriously, like,
well, like
it's one of-
iTunes didn't pull shit. You can still pull everything off iTunes.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Apple, you figure Apple of all places.
The
would
only
be-
time that iTunes pulls shit or like Apple is or like their app store is if you get around their paywall system because they take like I think it's 30% of all, like if you have an app that has purchase and shit, you have to pay them 30% of so like that's part of the deal. And I know this because my son plays Fortnite and they took that shit off of the fucking, they took actually Android and Apple took that game off of their store because the creators of that figured a way to make all of the money come back to them and like block it. Yeah, so they were like,
Nice.
get out of here. So
Fuck
now they just
iTunes.
have like
That's
PC
funny.
or whatever.
Huh.
But yeah, so like they,
It's
I
a
don't know.
shell game. It's all a shell game.
So dumb, dude.
Moving
Like,
money around.
you get so big eventually. Like let's say this podcast grows to a big level. That's the only time they ever notice you. And I think that's like with anything. So right now I could say whatever the fuck I want. You guys could say whatever the fuck you want.
Oh,
Till
they're going to go back, though.
Till we get big, and then they're
They'll
like,
go back.
"Oh, we got to delete these first 70 episodes."
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean men talk like this in private? That will not
Yeah.
be had. Yeah, it's
if that doesn't change, like it's a clear sign of like it's not bad to sell out, I guess, because you get a paycheck, like a
you're
huge
bending
thing.
the
You're
knee.
taking care, but yeah, bending in the knee. It's like for someone who preaches like freedom of speech and like comics are the last fucking stand for free speech, like he says on all the episodes. But if he bends the knee, if he doesn't put it back on and doesn't fight them. Or doesn't say anything, he's just like letting it happen and go by. If he's ignoring it, like he did with Chris D'Elia and all his other friends that got accused of sexual assault, it's a clear sign that he's just there for the money, doesn't give a fuck.
Well, what are they trying to do to Joey Diaz? It was just because he was saying inappropriate shit. It's not accused.
He was telling,
of anything, right?
he was telling dude jokes,
Yeah, right.
locker room talk,
humor.
just telling, but none of it was substantiated.
Excuse me.
None of it was.
Right.
Nobody accused him
No.
of shit. He's just telling
He's just
dude
being
jokes.
rude.
Yeah.
He's being rude.
Yeah, it's like any of us telling fucking.
Offensive.
Vagina jokes.
Stories about getting laid in the past and like nothing big happened,
Yeah, I think we're in a sensitive time, dude. We have to be very sensitive to the
No, the
woman's.
fuck
dude.
we don't.
No,
Yes,
you
we
don't.
do. We do. We have to be sensitive. Otherwise, you're not going to earn a paycheck.
I know that people can't tell David's being sarcastic, but he's a savage when he's not fucking on the microphone.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, he changes
that's the
his whole
first time
perspective.
I've ever heard that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Put a few crispy boys in me and we'll get going.
Yeah. Boys, we're gonna have a problem. They don't know what crispy boys are.
Yeah, that was fun. Those Bumble chicks.
Bumble chicks.
Yeah.
Oh, explain.
Oh,
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know. Do you?
Why'd you bring it up?
Sorry.
We don't have a point for this episode, David.
Jesus.
We didn't even talk about what we're talking about. The time we have
So-
points for episodes of like me and Mark are like, we're going to do a rabbit hole episode and then we focus on that. And then like,
Or we do some research.
yeah,
prior.
not real research. Just kind of like, hey,
Like, hey,
I
I
don't
gotta
know.
research that. All right, let me take 10 minutes.
Most of the
I'm
time,
taking a dump.
most of the time when we like come up with ideas for episodes, we're like, okay, we're gonna research this. So we just read like the first line. And it's like that's my research, and then we like just talk.
That's my Wikipedia.
There's been
Yeah,
plenty
dude,
of times where we
Wikipedia is
ask
like-
each other like, why don't you take this one? Well, I didn't fucking even. I didn't look this up.
So yeah, we had these 4 chicks. come
Don't
over.
say we.
No, we were a unit.
Don't say
we were a
anything
team.
incriminating, David.
All 4 of us.
This is how it comes back. 20 years later, there's going to be a congressional hearing with David fucking talking about stuff.
Somebody ended up with some.
You could switch and you could talk about your telemarketer shit that you like to fuck with people too.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
We have
Why
a
do you
lot
change?
to talk about. What do you mean?
You change your whole dynamic when you start talking on the microphone. Like go back before we
You
start
turn into a
recording. Yeah.
fucking softie.
Yeah.
Oh, am I
dude.
soft right now?
Yeah.
Yes,
oh,
you
I'm
absolutely. You changed
sorry.
completely, and we just
No,
don't say anything about
I'm
it.
fucking hard as hell. I just try to like dial it back because I don't want to be a douchebag. So anyway, we'll
Be a
talk.
fucking
douchebag.
douche, man.
Okay. Well then, so
This is the fucking thing. Is like
Yeah.
I want people to just fucking wherever you work and whatever you do, no one's gonna fucking find out.
that's
If
what
you say
everyone
the
ever
most
said.
heinous shit, like what's the last episode I did with Peter where I was like, it's like a rat holocaust. Like you gotta say shit like that, otherwise nobody wants to listen.
If it's not controversial, they
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
Okay.
Yeah, so just fucking be yourself unless you're worried.
No, I'm
And
not-
then there's the fucking door, dude.
Oh, I'm not worried, Mike. Oh my god, it's just like a fucking. Oh, yoy, yoy. Okay, so let's censor ourselves then. So
No, it's not that.
We'll
Just don't
skip the
talk
whole
about
story.
fucking shit.
well,
I'm not trying to be a dick, but there's very real implications for fucking saying something wrong, dude.
I know.
I
I
agree.
don't. I don't
Am
disagree.
I being too like over?
No, it makes sense because that you got to protect what's sacred, and this is fucking
And
sacred.
I don't think that you could say this story without sounding creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these chicks came over to a campsite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay. So
I'm not
So,
trying to be a
officer-
dick to you. I'm not
I
trying to be a
know,
dick
I know,
to
I
you,
know, I
but
know.
like seriously, like I think that
we'll cut
like
it. Just cut it.
you can say cunt or whatever the fuck you want about
Mm-hmm.
a chick, but I think talking about specifics, like there's an episode I have about and I haven't released it.
Too savage for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're like,
This whole
We're
episode's
fucking-
gonna get wiped.
no, just that.
He's not airing that. He's taking this part.
I'm
Yeah.
cutting this out. Uncana is a CBD company. They make all kinds of CBD products which help people get over shit like anxiety, aches and pains, and general bullshit of the world. Uncana takes the edge off of life. You know? Everybody's talking about CBD. There's a lot of great companies out there. But if I'm going to pick a company to put in my fucking body, I'm going to choose Uncana. You know, you go to uncana.com, you use code VIOPRO, you get 25% off of all of the CBD products. Go check it out. At least go there and research. They got plenty of information, some fact sheets, the data on how pure and safe their product truly is. What do you have to lose, kids? Go check it out on Canada.com and make sure you use VioPro at checkout for 25% off your entire order of CBD.
So, okay.
Where were we?
Yeah, where were we?
Should I stop and like listen?
Officer Jessica
Oh,
that you
Yeah,
spoke
tell
to
that
on the
Officer
when I
Jessica. Tell
when
that
I
story.
came in today,
Mm-hmm.
Mike runs out and he's just like, "Dude, we got something. We got a live one." So,
Yeah, talk about that, dude.
so I come in and David's on the phone with Officer Jessica. Take it away.
Oh, Officer Jessica. Yeah. So she's I can't say it, dude. It's just
Why?
like 12 years old living in India.
No.
She didn't even
no,
sound like she was
didn't.
12. She sounded like she was 30.
It was terrible. Anyway, it was a Social Security Administration called me and said that I have an outstanding federal warrant in the state of Texas because
For drug trafficking?
for drug trafficking and money laundering. Right? Very vague, very terms. Yeah. And
Why don't they do- why
Because
don't
they
they
can
do-
associate your social security number with that type
Why
of
don't
crime.
they do any research at all before they call
they don't
people
have
in
any.
America?
They don't have the resources to.
How
pull.
many? And I'm like thinking, like, how many fucking people fall for this shit?
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah, it's
Because
midday.
as
yeah.
you're doing it, it's a joke. I'm like, man, fuck, this is crazy. Because I know there's people out there like
Old
that
ladies,
whole call center,
old
dude,
ladies
just giving
you
away
can
their
hear
shit.
Everybody
bro.
in the background just probably getting information.
Here's my social and my date of birth.
So yeah, you do this all the time.
So
right?
what happened?
So she's stringing me along.
What? Start with the beginning. Like what happened?
So she called. They just called.
Who called?
The Social Security Administration.
Okay, but who really was it, David?
It was an Indian girl who was 12 years old.
She was not 12.
Why do you keep saying she's 12?
She was that was a kid. I'm convinced that was a
way
kid.
that was a kid.
What, you think she was of age pulling
Yes.
a scam
Absolutely.
with a fucking whip by somebody like
Yeah, probably.
I think it's no different than fucking Microsoft calling you.
She probably
It's probably
gets
the
paid.
same work center.
She has a call center, and she probably gets paid for that
Yeah.
job.
Okay, so you think they're running legitimate and illegitimate businesses
No,
out
it's
of the
probably illegitimate, but it's probably a call center where they just
yeah.
have one dude that's like, all right, you 30 ladies and 6 dudes, call this list of numbers, or just dial randomly to America, and we'll see how many people we can get.
Was that like a local number? Where was the number out of?
It's based out of Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Lutenbach, Texas or something. Yeah, so
Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock.
Lubbock, Texas. Yeah.
Lutenbach. What?
I was thinking of the Waylon Jennings song.
Now, I'm going to say this before you start talking about anything specific is don't say anything specific.
Okay. So
Damn it,
they
David.
called me and I picked up my phone and she claims I have an outstanding warrant in a certain
Generic is
municipality.
good. Generic is good.
Yeah. And then I proceeded to freak out on the phone and tell her I'm going through a divorce and this is terrible and oh my God, my life is going to shit right now. Help me resolve this warrant. Help me. Okay, Mr. Simmons, you need to listen to me right now. And then I always like when they get fucking firm with you.
Get
like
feisty.
Yeah, they go, listen to me right now. And then, yeah.
What'd she say? Because you were like interrupting her. She's like, as I say this next part, you
No
will not
talking.
interrupt me. You will let me speak. Like and that's the thing is like usually they say like we're recording. I wanted you to say like, oh good, because I'm recording you too.
Okay. Yeah, but then she'd be like freaking out.
She probably would have
probably
fucking
would've hung up right
hung
there.
Yeah,
up.
I want to keep him on the phone. Like, yeah. And then anyway, so she paused me. She was, I'm going to transfer you to my officer or something, and never transferred me. Didn't know how to work I think they were probably in the background trying to figure out what they were trying to do next because I wasn't just sitting there going, here's my credit card. But
You get a lot of these calls, don't you?
Oh, all the time in my office and in my phone. Yeah.
I've never gotten a call like that ever.
Really? I'm thoroughly convinced somebody's putting my number out there.
I have yeah, I got that too, but with text.
So was it a call that you got and then you called the number back?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. So it was a pre-recorded.
I've probably gotten those calls
the pre-recorded.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I should just call them back next
I've
time.
got that.
The numbers are good.
I got this robocall thing that like answers and it like talks back to him and shit. Like it's
Nice.
automated and it's just like spaced out in time so that it responds. Like, but my buddy Jeremy, he has it and they'll actually have conversations with this fucking recording.
Nice.
But like it's never worked. So like you pay like $1 or something a month and it's just like collects all these calls and saves them and then you can listen to them for like a funny thing. But it's never worked. They usually hang up. They usually go hello and they're like, oh hold on, I gotta take the fucking spaghetti off the stove. Like just stuff like that. And then they're like, oh god, and then they close it. So yeah, I get the text messages that I keep sending.
Ernest?
You. Yeah,
Ernest.
I've gotten a few
Ernest.
calls about it. Goddamn Ernest.
Fucking Ernest.
Such a
Fucking
gay
Ernest.
name. Why Ernest?
Hey,
Hey Vern. Yeah.
Vern. Oh, I
you
remember that.
You remember classic Ernest?
Mm-hmm.
Those movies? Those Ernest movies?
Ernest goes
Man.
to hell. Ernest goes to Halloween.
Ernest Scared
Christmas.
Stupid.
Yeah, man.
Those are good, man.
Classic.
Those are my
Classic.
childhood memories.
Yeah.
That dude was so weird.
Yeah.
Jim Varney was his name. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Vern.
Vern.
Vern was the
What
guy
was
holding the
Vern?
record.
Vern never
He was the one that he was talking to the camera. The camera was Vern.
Okay, you never saw Vern.
You
though.
never saw Vern.
Yeah. I want to go fucking watch Ernest Scared Stupid. That was a good movie. Remember that when I was like 9.
Fighting a monster or some shit, right? I don't know. Trash demon or something.
Trash demon. Yeah.
So what else besides fucking
Well, we can't talk
totally
about our
destroying the
epic evening.
episode?
I'm sorry, Mike.
That's all right. You haven't podcasted in like fucking a year or something.
Yeah, it's been about a year.
What?
At least,
Hasn't been that long.
Yeah, I don't know last time I did it. It was like right at the beginning of COVID. Yeah. It's been
Oh,
a
we
few
did it. We did. The last one was over.
Spokane.
Yeah, it was the.
Yeah, it was in
trip.
springtime. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
podcast
But
road trip.
Yeah, we had something to talk about. Well, we did have stuff to talk about. We have like your skydive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We don't-
Hey, I went to South Dakota.
Yeah, South Dakota.
So I drove. It was Kristen, myself, and my daughter. So we drove from here to Bozeman, Montana. Stayed the night. Got up, drove through Yellowstone,
Isn't
which
it
was
the
pretty
shitty
cool.
place, the fucking Bozeman? Is that
Bozeman
where?
it's a college town. It's a
Where's
really
the
fucking.
place?
Sounds like trouble.
Grants Pass. Is that the one I'm thinking about?
That's in Oregon.
Okay, I'm just totally.
He's just naming cities across the U.S.
Tacoma.
Lubbock,
Iceland.
Texas.
Yeah. Kingston, New York.
So after Bozeman, which is a nice little college town, drove through Yellowstone all day Friday. This was a couple weeks ago. We got through Yellowstone and into Cody, Wyoming, and all the way through to Spearfish, South Dakota, and we stayed there for like a week. But we like hit all the sites. You know, we're hitting Devil's Tower, we're hitting Mount Rushmore, we hit the Needles Highway, we hit all the cool spots. Custer State Park, which there was a fuck ton of buffalo. And the day before we went
Is
there,
that where you got these?
no, that was in Cody.
Yeah.
But the day before we went to Custer, some lady was gored by a bison in the park.
God damn.
Whoa.
So-
How are you gored by a buffalo? Is it
Because
like
the dumb
touching
bitch,
them?
the dumb bitch got too close because she wanted a picture.
Can't
Fucking
say
idiot.
idiot. Don't
so
say
she
dumb
walked up
bitch.
to it. She's a dumb bitch.
Out the mark.
She walks up to the bison to get a closer picture, and the bison fucks her up, and she had to get airlifted out. And I don't know what
Did you
happened
see
to
it
her.
happen? Did you actually see
I
it?
just said the day before we
Oh,
went
okay.
there. But yes, premonition. I saw it happen. It was all over the news, David.
Oh.
So we got a notification on our phones, and then my grandma was like, "Oh, be careful! And there's some lady yesterday." I was like, "Yeah, I saw it on the news." And
Like it's just going to come out of nowhere. They're
Well,
just
the
a
thing
herd
was
of
they had-
goring
they
buffalo.
had Sturgis was the same week we got there.
Yeah.
So a lot of bikers going through there. There was a ton of bikes when I was out there, and it was a biker chick who was with her group, and they stopped to take pictures, and she got, well, I'm gonna get closer, get a cool picture, and got fucked up.
Yeah.
But the spot where it happened, we pulled up on, and there was bisons, still there, just hanging out, and I got a bunch of cool pictures. But there's a park ranger just sitting right there, just to make sure nobody was a dumbass to get close to him. I mean, what do you do when that happens? You fucking pull out a gun, and I ain't gonna put down a fucking bison.
Yeah.
Bison's gonna fuck you up, tip your car over. Those things are insane.
Remember that video? I think you sent the video where the kid was hanging out and that buffalo came
Yeah,
by
he
and
stuck
smashed the
his-
shit out of him.
Stuck his face out the window
God
and just
damn.
got wham.
I didn't see that. I was like, fuck
Man.
this. I know where this is going. I'm not going to.
Well,
Oh, you didn't even click on it?
He didn't die.
Okay.
He just got smashed.
got
like
smashed.
fucking boom, he bashed his fucking head.
That's rough.
Yeah, fuck yeah. He
Hey, so
probably
what
got a
happened
concussion.
to anything happened? What happened to the woman? She good?
She got airlifted. She was
What was
gored.
the result? Do you know?
She's probably had to have a bunch of surgeries.
Okay, so she didn't die. She
I'm sure she's. Well,
But did
I
you
don't know.
die?
I didn't follow up, David.
Okay.
I didn't call
I'm
the
just
hospital to
asking.
check on her.
Oh, I didn't know if anybody knew.
Hey, that dumb bitch. No, I didn't check.
I saw it in the newspaper. It's just had a connection with
we
you.
took care of the buffalo that fucking took her.
It had to be that one.
Yeah, that one's a little bit maybe she was licking the bottom of that fucking balls. That's why
She's
she
like,
was gored.
hey guys, you dare me to lick the sack?
I don't know why you would go by such a majestic
Those
beast.
things
They're
are
enormous.
massive, dude.
No,
Like what?
Fucking mean.
What?
How big is your car?
I wonder, everybody talks about COVID these days, the death toll of that, which is almost non-existent. But like, I wonder how many people have died because of Mark Zuckerberg. social media. How many people have fucking died taking a photo
Selfies.
for social media so people could look at it and give likes?
Standing too close to the fucking edge of a cliff.
It happens all the time.
It does.
Like, I don't know if there's a stat out there about, like,
That's a good fucking question.
how many, like,
Using
you
their
died
product.
because
Pull
you were
that shit
taking a
up,
photo.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
That's
Deaths by social media.
Like, people take pictures on top of towers
Yep.
and they fall off that shit.
Yep.
Or they get fucking hit by a car or they walk backwards, fall off a cliff. Like, what's that?
Or get attacked by animals. Animals.
Aminals.
Animals. Get
Aminal.
attacked by
Animal.
animals.
Like the fucking video you sent where, or I don't know who sent it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Or
Somebody
she's
sent
taking a picture next to a bear. Maybe I said that to you guys. She's taking a selfie next to a bear, and the bear's
And
like
it chases
"Rah!"
her,
like-
charges her. Yeah. She didn't get attacked, but she got charged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are
Fuck
fucking
that.
retarded.
Yeah, nature's metal, dude. Yeah, you don't fuck with
Shout
nature.
out, I guess.
Shout out.
I guess. Nature is metal.
It is.
For sure. I'll have to take that, make a clip, and then tag them, and then maybe they'll do us the same favor.
Yeah. I almost ran over a porcupine this morning.
Whoa, where?
Yeah,
Where?
was Getting off an exit near Fort Lewis.
There's porcupines here?
Yeah, dude.
They're all
In
over, man.
Washington?
All over the
They're
coldest
all over
areas,
the fucking.
dude.
They're everywhere.
I've never seen one.
We had
Really?
a porcupine in New York, hanging out in trees and shit, looking at you and
They're
I'll
like-
fuck with you.
They're like raccoons, dude.
Mm.
They're everywhere.
Are they big and fat and they like wiggle when they walk?
They
'cause of all
can
the
get up
needles?
to 30 pounds, but I
That's
mean,
fucking insane.
the one
hang
I
out
saw
in
was
trees,
probably
right?
15 to 20 pounds.
Was it walking on the ground?
It was on the ground.
So what's the deal with the needles? Are they poison and stuff? Or
No.
Oh.
But they have barbs on
Barbs.
them, so
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay.
once they get
They
into
don't
your
come out.
skin, it's very difficult to get them out. Yeah.
Nature's metal.
I was watching that the last season of Alone, season 7. I think it was season 7. Anyways, this chick got one embedded in her back, like
How?
right here.
How?
So she killed 2 porcupines over the course of the time she was there to eat, and the last one that she got, she must have had some of the quills like in her clothing, and it just worked its way through the clothing into her back, and it wasn't like one of these long quills. It was this little tiny one, because they have different size quills. You know, they're not all the same.
I mean,
size.
that could kill you. Like,
It could
you get
slowly-
infected.
Yeah.
Infected and...
infected.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it
Infecting.
It was.
See what happens when I don't take my fucking brain food? I
Need
can't
your-
speak.
It was embedded in her skin, and she had to like cut her skin open to pull it out. That's how deep it went. It just worked its way in. You can't reverse it. You got to go.
Did she have to call and get
No, she didn't, because she was
no.
able to. The way she was able to do it was by using the camera so she could see, because she can't see on your back. You know,
How did she use did she have like a flip screen or something? Like, is she using
some of
the
those
GoPro?
cameras have the camera equipment that they get to use. You can flip the screen on some of them. So sometimes when shit happens, they can look at that. So that's what she did. She just put it behind her, and she was able to look back and see the screen and just kind of work it out.
What are porcupines?
She's better.
fucking
She
good
better
for?
fucking win.
She did not.
Damn it, because that's baller, dude. That's bomb
no,
as shit.
The guy that won is way more baller than that.
I mean,
way
that's
more-
pretty baller.
You want to hear baller?
You ever take
Want
a
me to tell what
porcupine?
this guy
Fucking, sure. No,
did?
I don't want to know. I don't want to think this chick ain't baller.
The guy that won through the course of time that he was there, he killed a muskox. Okay. Now, how he killed this muskox is he first shot it with an arrow, and it took about 5 hours. It was still bleeding out, and he was like, "I gotta end this thing because I need to." It was getting dark. I gotta get back to camp. I'm not letting this thing go. This is my ticket for winning $1 million. So he runs up with his fucking knife and stabs the thing, and it turns around and tries to charge him, and he like jumps behind a bush and waits for it to turn back around, and he runs up and he stabs it again. He does that like 3 or 4 times till he hits it in the heart and fucking just stabs the fucking muskox until
You're
it's
ruining
down.
this season for me.
It was fucking crazy.
That is baller.
He stabbed a fucking muskox to death. Those things are like bison.
Mm.
They're huge. And then he
That's dope as shit.
harvested all the meat and carried it all back to his camp like 2 miles away, which took a course of like 3 days.
What do they do? What do you do when you're out there? How to get it so you don't have predators just swarming your fucking campsite?
So that's what I was like, how are the animals
They gotta
not
smell that
rushing
shit.
that? Yeah, because he's
Bear
cutting
and
it up.
fucking
He's
everything. Yeah.
he's butchering it. It's cold out, so he covered it with branches and shit,
Mm.
and nothing ate it. Like he came back and So the one thing that he said, he took the gut pile and he put it separate from the meat.
Maybe that's like distracting them. That's stinkier
the
or whatever.
gut pile, for some reason, animals are attracted to. They eat the intestines, they eat the stomach.
It's weird because gut piles smell like fucking feces, like straight up diarrhea. You smell one, David?
No.
Oh, it's fucking horrible.
So
it's fucking horrible.
the only thing that gets eaten on
That's
an
where all
animal
the
out
shit
there,
is.
on animals, especially in the Arctic, when animals, predators are gearing up for wintertime, they will eat the fat off of every animal and leave the meat. So they'll eat the face because it's got a lot of fat in the lips, the tongue, the nose, around the eyes, stuff like that. But they will leave the meat. It's super weird. So like all the meat that they had throughout the whole show, if predators or little like rodents and stuff got into it, they would just eat the fat. And that's all they would have left is lean meat. And you can't survive off of lean meat. You have to have fat. Lean meat, you can eat as much as you want and you're still going to lose weight because there's no fat content to it. And you can't gain any nutrients from just eating lean meat all
So
day.
if we were stranded in the Arctic and we had to eat one another, we would want the fatty parts first before the protein parts? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, you could ration it all out, but I don't want to eat humans. So.
Well, nobody wants to eat humans, but...
You turn into a wild human. What were you saying? These are wild humans?
Oh, yeah, explaining homelessness to my children.
Oh, they're like feral people.
Feral wild humans that live off.
They understand what feral means?
I think he said wild humans.
I don't know
I
if that's
said
good
feral
parenting or
humans, I
not,
just tell them.
but yeah, it is what it is, kids.
These kids made bad decisions.
They like drugs and prostitution.
I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Yeah. Oh my God. Have you been downtown lately? Have you seen what's up?
I've not. I don't like to fucking, like, I think the trip over the weekend was like the first time I left the area.
Dude, the last time I went downtown, I was leaving to go to Grants Pass, Oregon with my uncle. I was like, hey, let's go downtown and we'll get on the freeway down there. Bad fucking idea.
Oh.
We get stopped at a light and I look to the right. I'm like, oh, hey, there's a forest fire. Like right in the middle of downtown Olympia. And I was like, there was a homeless camp back there, but it's probably up in smoke now. So then a fire truck comes by and they start putting out the fire and we're just sitting there watching it burn. And there's homeless guys like running out of the woods, but they're not on fire.
What does downtown look? Because you work in the area, right? Yeah. So what does it look like? Because I haven't been there. I literally haven't been there in fucking months.
I have one word to describe it for everybody. Somalia.
What?
Somalia.
What?
Somalia from Black Hawk Down, what you saw in that movie.
It's the Moog.
Yeah.
It's
We call it the
Mogadishu
Moog
now. It's basically Mogadishu. Here, this next time you run into like a protest and they're blocking cars, just wave this shit out the window. Get in the clear.
Dude, they probably steal
Buffalo
your
sacks
sack.
matter.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Buffalo sacks do matter.
It's terrible. It's we're going to hell in a handbasket, guys. I don't know if you know this or not.
What does that expression mean?
It means we're fucking we're
Yeah,
20,000.
Why is the size of a handbasket? Like who's
Yeah, where does that come from? I don't know.
Who's carrying it? Why are they carrying it? You know?
I think
maybe it's like you're in it, like the old.
Yeah, you
elevator
used to
thing
take your
for
hand
food or
basket.
What kind of
laundry
a
or
ba-
something
like, is it
We're
a picnic?
prepared to go to hell. We're
Hand-
going to hell at fucking warp speed here.
Is it hell in a handbasket or hell and a handbasket?
We're
think
going
it's
to hell in a handbasket.
In a hand
handbasket,
is that,
yeah.
So why is it faster to have a handbasket?
Because a handbasket, if in ancient times, it would be a way to get somewhere quicker because you were prepared for your destination quicker.
You're full of shit.
Hey, I'm giving you my most logical,
It
pragmatic.
doesn't seem like it's logical to be able to fit in a handbasket.
No,
made of
not at
wicker or some
No,
shit.
no.
Right?
Unless they're talking about
You
being
packed your sandwiches, your provisions were in your handbasket.
that's a picnic basket.
No, we're going to hell. We got a fucking handbasket.
Going to hell
packed.
in a picnic basket.
No.
Picnic basket.
Well, they didn't
They're
call
boo-boo.
them they were called handbaskets. Boo-boo?
Handbasket.
Yeah.
Oh,
How the
man.
fuck do you carry a basket?
Are you like?
It's implied.
Are you
it's fucking handbasket.
Are you cut up into chunks and put in the basket?
No, well,
None of us know.
Is the basket full of nut sacks? I mean,
nah.
You're
But
going to
it's-
hell in a nutsack sick.
going to hell in a buffalo sack.
These are so
Saxic.
fucking gross.
You gotta
dude.
lick it, dude.
No, you gotta lick it. You,
Touch it.
This is how I prevent David from any future episodes. I get
Dude,
one more of those and put that on the fucking microphone.
These pubes are so soft, dude.
That's actually their pubes, dude. That's the grossest part. They're fucking pubes, dude. When does the buffalo sack? Yeah, did you just knock out, dude?
I did.
Plug it. You don't need to hear it anyway. You can take that shit off. There you go. You good?
Headphones, Mark.
Good.
Yeah. Where do the buffalo pubes stop and its fur begin?
Got
You know
a
what I mean?
luscious V
Well,
from,
you
from
ask
my
yourself,
buffalo tits to my
like,
buffalo
When
balls.
does the
Yeah.
pubes start? If you're an extremely hairy monkey man, like pubes, where do they start and where does your fucking hair begin?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the quandary of the century.
It is the if everybody could just like think in those terms, we'd have world peace, you know? Because then we wouldn't worry about other bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody needs a pair of buffalo testicles to just chase their ex-wives around the house. Fucking gross them out.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I wonder
dude.
how old they are, you know? Like, have they been around for like 50 years? Or are these like a 2-year fresh pair or like 6 months?
This
My-
heirloom has
they're
been passed
probably-
from generation to generation.
Like, what do you do with this, Mark? And why is there 2 strings? Like, is this for... Like,
I'll tell you, David.
It's for
a
you to put
fucking-
your legs through.
No,
and you
it's-
put this where your sack is,
It's
dude.
oddly similar to a fucking medical mask. It's a fucking COVID mask you wear at the fucking grocery station or grocery station. That's a good business idea, man. Grocery station. Yeah,
Go
you
down to the
fucking
grocery station.
come on down to grocery station. You put it right here. And just... I had the buffalo pubes on my chin, dude.
stuff in your
Fucking
chin.
gross. My dog really doesn't know what it is. It's
Crying
like,
laughing
yeah,
right now. Oh shit!
That's funny.
Like I had a handful of buffalo pubes and now I'm wiping my eyes.
yeah.
That makes you gay then.
No, it's only if you put it in your mouth.
What if those are buffalo nipples? Like those nipples is fucking.
You can wear it as.
That thing is gnarly, bro. That one is all gray and shit.
You know what he did
fucking
too?
gross,
He goes, "What's the ugliest, gnarliest one for David?"
How many of them were there? Like how many? What kind of options
there was
did
like
you have?
there was 6 of them when I looked, and they're all hanging from from their strings. Oh man,
6 of them.
yeah.
Were there any open hooks?
What do you mean?
Like there were some taken.
Oh, like
as
no, not that I didn't really look.
Maybe
at
these have been
Nobody
the same
buys this
6
shit.
he's had forever.
The owner's like, "Mark's back.
He's like,
Break out the nuts."
somebody finally bought them. I knew it was a
Gertrude,
good
we're running
investment.
out of testicle sex.
Mark's
It's a hot
here.
item. Yeah. No one buys anything else. They just go for the fucking
When I bought
commemorative.
Made
the
in
old guy
China.
was the guy
Buffalo
was
sack.
like, "Oh, a couple of these." I was like, "Yep, the guys back home need them." He's like,
They need them.
Yeah.
We need it. Yeah.
I mean, this is dope.
Yeah,
It's
thanks,
like
Mark.
a fucking buffalo head, kind of.
"Yeah."
Like
So you just mount it on
you
your
gotta
wall.
mount it on a piece of wood and like that.
Mount it on my mantelpiece.
Well, great.
You just gotta like tie it to your belt. Just put coins in it when you go to the store. And
Yeah. That's why I was saying that's why it's called a coin purse, dude.
I
yeah,
don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm not
it's a
gonna
coin
lie.
purse.
You're gonna fucking love it, is what you're gonna do.
You're gonna
let your
sleep
cat
with
play
it.
with it.
You're gonna sleep with it.
The cat.
You're gonna put it on your pillow at night. You're gonna put your tooth.
Yeah,
you're gonna,
hang it up. It'll whack at it, Liz.
You're gonna hang it in your bathroom and put your toothbrush in it.
Fucking gross.
It's for your loofah, or maybe that's your loofah now.
Just scrub your body with it when you're in the shower.
It not only cleans you, it exfoliates your body. It's so fucking hard and rigid.
Oh,
I like how your son ran around the house with it.
he was outside, but it was just equally as funny.
Yeah.
Ah!
Shit.
Wonder how far you could launch a nutsack with a trebuchet.
Yeah, that thing doesn't really
No.
launch stuff too far.
Ping pong balls, they
Yeah.
don't launch far, but that's about it.
Yeah, it does. So, David,
That's good podcast.
yeah, what do you got to say, man?
Mark, thank you for these testicles. I appreciate
Dude,
them.
the next time I go on vacation, I'm going to get you something weird again.
Okay.
It's just what I'm going to do.
How
now.
about we think of something useful, not weird?
No, because that just takes the fun out of it.
Oh, okay. I
Why is that
appreciate
not
these-
good? Why I don't get why you're so upset about that.
He's being
It
fucking
makes you
weird.
gay if you have not.
No, it
nuts.
doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Who else do you know has a pair of testicles
I don't
like that?
I don't
I
even
do.
think if I don't even
I
think
stare at mine every day.
Dude, I don't even think if you cut off a man's scrotum and had it here, that makes you gay. It's like you got to suck a few dicks or something.
Jeez, Mike, you're going to
That's how
dark
you get
places,
gay.
son.
No, because I mean that just having a piece of somebody's body is a different thing than fucking.
Human Bone Trade. Have you listened to that episode?
Mm-hmm.
You just saying that.
No, I know. Mike told me.
I mean,
about
if you
the
had a
human bone
petrified
trade.
pecker or something like that, and you're sitting on it, like that might make
If
not only necrophilia and you're fucking gay.
If you play with it, then you're gay. You just fondle it every now and again.
Have a cut off
Nuts.
penis as like on a sippy cup, and you're just like, "Ugh," like you don't just drink
your
out of the
straw.
people. You're like putting a whole mouth in there like that. That's you might be gay then, but I don't think that makes you. Especially it's a different species.
Oh, okay.
If anything, it makes you into bestiality at the minimum.
If you're turned on by it and you start fucking with.
So I should just enjoy my testicle then, is what you're
Yes,
saying?
enjoy your testicles, dude.
And just fondle it. And...
But it's not testicle. Technically, it's just skin and
It
hair.
is.
So what they did was they pulled the wet skin, dried it, and then formed it in the fucking shape of
Yeah,
a
they
testicle.
probably, like I said, they just probably packed their fist in there real quick and then just set it there. And let
These are all the Plains Indians making a buck off the white
Why
man.
do you think that it was the natives that did it? It was probably a white dude.
Because white people don't do shit like this.
yeah, white
Yeah, they
people
do.
just
They
buy
do
shit like this.
Fucking weirdest motherfuckers ever.
What is it, South Dakotiites or whatever?
Okay, so you've heard of Rocky Mountain oysters, right?
Yes.
That's the same concept.
But people eat that, though. There's
Yeah,
a
you
logic
think people
behind
didn't eat the
that.
testicles off this bad boy?
Dude, what's worse? You having a fucking scrotum of a buffalo that was cut off in an epic fiery explosion, or you eating bull testicles?
I don't do
What's
either.
worse?
but-
No, I'm saying,
Yeah.
like you brought up the
I
point.
would say eating the. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
eat that
It's
shit.
disgusting.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't give a shit if it tastes like fucking pure bliss. Like these melt in your mouth.
These balls taste like butter.
Yeah, they taste like butter and oil. I don't give a fuck if they taste like cotton candy. I would not eat them. That's just the.
I would.
There's some things that are
Cotton
just
candy,
like
I would do it.
you don't have to. That's like if there's bull nuts hanging around, there's probably bull. You could probably eat the bull. Like you probably eat
Yeah,
something
but
else.
it tastes like.
You ever notice that people like that eat nasty shit call it a delicacy? It's not. Like that
they're
is a
just
word that should be
justifying-
reserved
they're
for
trying to-
something that's like amazing.
They're
Like
trying
this
to
is a
justify it.
delicacy,
That's what they're doing.
super rare, expensive. This is a delicacy.
That was
and then
one
you fucking
person-
eat slugs and
It was
fucking
one
nasty
fucking
shit.
person that was like, "Hey, you should try this. It's a delicacy."
Oh, I fucking got him.
Got him good.
It's so
He's got
Wait.
balls in his mouth now. What a turd.
And then people were like, "Hey, you got to try this. This is a delicacy."
Yeah, that's how he like justifies his actions of being so dumb he just ate cow balls. Like he's like, no, dude, they're really good. Once you try them, they're really good. You trust me. And then
Oh, you're
everybody's
kind
like,
of right.
oh damn, it's like, oh my god, it tastes chalky. I can smell it as I eat it.
I'm gonna take this into the gym.
So,
You should. I mean, you could put it in your shorts and just work out and be like,
Dude.
and then if the shorts go up a little bit while he's doing like thigh master or something, and it's like fucking testicle balls, be like, oh my god, did you see that dude's nuts? There's like this fucking hairy. His nuts are really hairy.
take it to like a rock climbing gym and you put your chalk in it. You just dip in your chalk and,
Who wants to watch me climb a rope? And he's like, fucking just short. That's a good joke, man.
Yeah, man.
I know we're gonna like record the Screaming Keys promo, but like that could be one where like, who wants to watch me climb a rope? And he's got this fucking giant furry sack. You smelling them?
So
No.
if you
Smelling the microphone or
David,
smelling the ball sack?
have you ever had Rocky Mountain oysters?
No.
Would you ever try them? If we were all three of us sitting in a room at a
would
Texas Roadhouse
I'm
and they were
good.
like,
Yeah.
Do they have them
try
at
the-
Texas
I
Roadhouse?
just made that
Oh,
up.
okay.
If we were at some kind of weird food festival and they were like, we got Rocky Mountain oysters, and if you finish 3 pair, you get $50.
Nah,
Would you
not
do
for
it?
50.
No?
You got to go to 50,000 maybe.
Don't they make you like super aroused too when you eat them?
I don't know.
You get a boner.
You actually get hard. Like, god damn.
No idea.
I've eaten oysters before, and that doesn't do shit to me.
No,
It's not-
oyster-
you're like, oh, that's an
aphrodisiac.
aphrodisiac.
That's
Yeah.
another way to justify people eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so disgusting. They're like,
Legendary.
It's funny. You
it'll
just
be good for your dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just tell people shit and they believe it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and some scientists will come out and be like, no, actually,
No, some French chick made that up 400 years ago just to get the guy to fucking take her out and pay for a dinner.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
You want to go over that? No. Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to think.
Well, Mark, what do you got? We're not doing. We have ad-free versions now, so I do them afterwards, so we don't have to do the same stuff as normal, which is good. That's a little perk for being on Patreon. I'll give that one plug. If you're on Patreon and you pay into that system and you help this podcast, you invest in this podcast, you'd get ad-free fucking episodes where you don't hear me go, oh, let me tell you about this code. So
sometimes those are fun.
Oh, they are. That's like that was always a good part. That took up like half the episode where we just talk about ads. People don't know that about this podcast. It's just literally a platform to fucking sell shit.
Ads the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, whoa,
your episodes are great. It's like, wait a second, I've just bought $500 of shit.
We should definitely plan podcast road trip out to the area where I went, South Dakota, because that would be fun as shit.
Dope.
There's a lot of cool abandoned places out there, abandoned towns.
Why don't we do it? Well, when are we doing it?
Let's do it next summer. Fuck it.
Next summer?
Yeah. But there's like so much time between now and next summer, Mark. We should do it next week.
It's because I have work until...
Yeah.
I mean, we go in the springtime, but there's not going to be a lot of shit open.
People have actual jobs, not like, I'm able to leave, but you can kind of do that too.
I cannot.
Yeah, Mark can.
Mark, you need to make life changes.
I'm a company man right now. Damn it.
Well, what do you expect him to do? Is he going to start a business right now? And
if I could start a business right now amidst the COVID time, are you just breaking your nutsack? What the fuck, dude?
He wants to make it expand so he can use that as a fucking Corona mask.
Yeah, I'd like to start a business, David. I need a product that'll sell.
You do have a product, Mark. You have your paintings.
Well, there you go. I have paintings, apparently.
What did your photos, sorry.
Painted David like a French girl.
Paint me like
one of your photographs. I'll draw a stick figure. Buffalo testicles all around his face.
You should tell your employer, hey, listen, I'm taking time off.
He does that.
That's what I do when I take vacation.
But I'm going to take a lot of time off, and you're going to give me my job when I get back?
Well, I'd still like to get paid.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we fucking... you have a good job, so why are we trying to get him to quit?
I don't know.
He's got
I like to cause havoc.
That's normal, though. Like, it's normal for, like, even technically, I shouldn't take off as much as I do on a general basis, even with a business. Remember that 4-hour work week? Fuck you. You have a 4-hour work week because you answer emails for 4 hours and you made people buy a book that told them how to get a fucking, at the end of it, it's just like, write a book and sell it. Like, no, I'm sure there's more to that.
You got to market it.
Yeah. But, which is weird that a lot of those fucking programs where they're like, this is one of those affiliate marketing. Yeah. It's like you're selling that shit to tell people how to do what you did. And it's literally, you made a program for people to buy and tell them to make a program.
It's like their own pyramid scheme.
Come to my big speaking event, but you got to pay $15 to be there.
The world's not right when you found out Dan Bilzerian actually isn't as loaded as he's fucking like. It sucks.
He's got a lot of investors, though.
Yeah. So let's figure out a way that Mark could be homeless soon.
There we go.
That's what we're talking about.
You gotta pay the bills.
It takes years to get where we're at, David.
It does.
None of us are wealthy, but I'm just saying, like, we have
what I should
freedom.
We're wealthy with time.
I'll quit my job, and I'll just have garage sales all the time, right?
That's dope. I actually brought that up. I was like, Mark made a shit ton of money.
We made
selling
$700. We made $700 off our junk, dude.
Damn, really?
People, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Like, it's true.
How'd you do that?
What were you selling your DVDs for, dude? You were selling DVDs?
No, I wasn't selling DVDs at all.
You got a shit ton of them.
I had 5 Monopoly games. Four of them are collector's editions. So, like, there's a Nintendo version that I sold for $50.
Damn.
You go on eBay and they're going for like between $40 and $100.
Was it in good condition and shit?
Yeah, it's never been used.
Whoa.
It's open, but it's never
Mark,
been used.
How did you become such a collector of things?
I just collect things, David. I mean, look at these testicles.
Yeah, you do.
Isn't it funny that the difference between collector and hoarder is an organization?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, hoarders
like
don't
your house is organized.
Valuable.
Well, not
your house is organized, but you walk in and you're not like, there's not a bunch of shit, but you have a lot of collective stuff.
But I also had a lot of shit in that shed that I took out and cleared out.
And that's gonna be your second house.
Did you? How many swords?
That could have been a whole episode. You fucked that up, David.
What?
How many swords did you offload? Did you sell any of them?
I had at one time, my highest point of having blades, I had like 46. I think now I have like 12, somewhere around that.
Oh, Mark, why are you such a nice
Just over time,
46 blades. Dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, maybe even more because all like the useful knives that I had that actually I did things with, camping knives and bushcraft knives and all that. But I got a knife on me right now. Do I?
You really?
No, I don't. I took it off. I don't have my knife on me.
You want to talk about that knife right there? I was horrible. I meant to talk about. This isn't a sponsor of the episode, but he was nice enough to send me a fucking knife.
This dude is cool as shit. All right, that's a weird thing to say.
Cool as shit.
Burton Design Knives, guys. Burton Design Knives. He made this one for Mike. Pretty fucking awesome. He also helped. He donated a knife and put it up for auction for our rescue, which is something that Mike and I have talked about on a previous episode. Made us like $400 or something off of his knife, man, and donated it all to helping end child trafficking.
What did we end up raising for that?
We ended up with $1,400, $1,450 to be total.
That's good.
To the total, $1,450
it's still it's not like it sends it back, right? Like it goes to them. Okay, cool.
So our goal was to hit 5,000. We had, I think, 17, maybe 19 donors, and $1,450 was the total. $1,450, which wasn't bad. That's we're raising some money to help the organization. And all the money, I can show you like a pie chart of what the funds go to, and it's all to the operation. There's no funneled funds or anything like that. It all goes to the operation. It's pretty
2% of it.
Yeah, so Burton Design Knives, go follow him. He's fucking cool. He makes some badass knives too. He's been putting out some like glow in the dark shit on some of his knives too. So
cool. When you're trying to stab somebody in the dark, they'll see you coming.
Be like, oh, there's my knife.
Hey, what's that? As you're slowly getting stabbed, like, oh, it's a ghost knife.
It's a ghost knife.
It's sick, though. I like it. It's cool.
Sweet. Okay, what else you got? We're going to fucking end it here, and then we're going to record our fucking Screaming Keys shit, which is basically, it's just going to be you guys sitting in front of a green screen going, oh! Oh! I'll be like, imagine you're a monkey, Derek. Yeah. What else? Anything?
Wearing this hat? No.
Let's go to TaskDev. Go to taskdev.org. Buy some shit. Helps us. TaskDev. TaskDev.org and check that out and
read about it.
Yeah.
Go to the store. Buy some shit because there's cool shit.
Yeah, cool shit. Helps us throw people out of planes, right, David? With that, bye bye. Oh wait, are you
things
gonna say
like
that?
this?
Yeah.
This is like
plastic bag with something in it.
A net gator. I'm not going to open it right now because that's too much work.
Go buy a plastic bag. You obviously haven't been on the mountains very much lately. Working out. Yeah.
Struggling.
It's so hard.
That's a legit mask. I was very.
It'd be nice if you had one, right?
I know. I'll thoroughly look through my gear when I get home.
I might have it. I haven't looked through any of my shit. I just took my fucking tent out of my car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when Mark was here yesterday. Dope. Looks good.
Dope.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching the episode. In this severely chopped and slayed up. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm going to shut up. Last words.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. If you like this episode, please consider subscribing to us on Patreon by visiting patreon.com/violentprofessional. By subscribing, you have access to all the episodes as soon as we upload, as well as bonus content that you can't see anywhere else. You can also support us by simply giving us a positive rating on your listening platform of choice. And above all, thank you for the continued support of the Violent Professional Podcast.